Today. JAMB dismisses two staff over misconduct. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has dismissed two of its staff over what it described as gross misconduct. A statement by Fabian Benjamin, Head Public Affairs and Protocol, on Wednesday gave the names of the dismissed staff as Bilyaminu Ishaku and Mr. Andrew Anebi, candidates from JAMB Benue State Office, Makurdi. The JAMB authorities said their dismissal took effect on 27 February 2023. The statement read in part, "Sequel to your appearance before the Senior Staff Disciplinary Committee and the subsequent recommendations of the committee, I am directed to convey to you the approval of the Honorable Minister of Education of your dismissal from the service of the board from 27 February 2023 for serious misconduct." The statement added that the dismissal was in line with the Public Service Rule 030401, which defined serious misconduct as a specific act of very serious wrongdoing and improper behavior which is inimical to the image of the service and which can be investigated and, if proven, may lead to dismissal. The staff were directed to submit their identity cards and all other property of the board in their possession to the State Coordinator, JAMB Office, Benue State, for onward submission to the Director, Human Resources with immediate effect. Chrisland School remains shut for further investigation, says Lagos government. Chrisland High School, Lagos, where a student died during its inter-house sports competition on February 9th, remains shut, Lagos State government declared on Sunday. It stated that the continued closure of the school after the death of a 12-year-old student, Whitney Adeniran, was to further investigate alleged endangerment of students and others. The closure of the school paved the way for unhindered investigation and afforded all stakeholders, including parents, students, staff, and friends of the deceased, time to grieve, Commissioner for Education Mrs. Folashade Ade-Fishayo stated. In view of the circumstances surrounding the death of the child, the Lagos State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice ordered a coroner's inquest into the matter to ascertain the cause. The Lagos State University Teaching Hospital conducted the autopsy on February 15th. The autopsy report dated March 11 revealed the cause of death as asphyxia and electrocution. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice consequently directed that the Directorate of Public Prosecutions issue legal advice on the matter. She also stated that team from the Office of Education Quality Assurance also had a meeting with the management of the school to ascertain adherence to child safeguarding policies. Ade-Fishayo added that a government delegation visited to commiserate with the family of the deceased on March 2nd. She reassured that anyone found culpable in the death of Whitney will be made to face the law. The commissioner stated that government agencies had started fact-finding visits also to Agege Station, Lagos, venue for the inter-house sports competition. Ahmadu Bello University to develop made in Nigeria water fueled car. Ahmadu Bello University Zaria has announced plans to develop a car that runs on water. The university recently achieved breakthroughs in developing an electric car and a Shell Eco Marathon car. Professor Ibrahim Dabo, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, disclosed this while speaking to journalists on the occasion of the 2023 World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. Dabo strongly believes this is achievable while highlighting the recent breakthroughs at ABU, including the development of an electric car and a Shell Eco Marathon car. He explained that the Shell Eco Marathon car was designed for racing competitions with a maximum capacity of 2 people that can travel over 100 kilometers on a liter of fuel. Speaking further, Diabo called on the government to support outcome-based education and improved collaboration between academia and industries to produce skilled engineers in Nigeria. He also appealed for improved collaboration between the academia and industries. Dabo also lamented that most of the industries around most of the institutions were closed and few functional ones once import skills and essential raw materials, resulting into a parallel position between the academia and industries. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization (UNESCO) proclaimed the World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development at its 40th General Conference in 2019. The day has been celebrated worldwide on March 4 of each year since 2020 at UNESCO International Celebration of Engineers and Engineering. UNICEF laments 18 million out-of-school children in Nigeria. The United Nations Children's Fund (UNICEF) has lamented low enrollment of children into basic schools across Nigeria despite being free and compulsory. A statement to commemorate this year's International Children's Day broadcasting (ICDB) themed "More Money for Primary Election." According to the Director, Head Advocacy of Child Rights Information Bureau, Mercy Megwa, the ICOB was launched by UNICEF in 1991 to encourage broadcasters worldwide to create awareness on children's issues. It is a day when broadcasters allow children to be part of the programming process, to talk about their hopes, dreams, and exchange ideas with their peers on issues affecting them. The statement further disclosed that while only 61% of children between the ages of 6 and 11 years regularly attend primary school, not fewer than 18 million children between the ages of 5 to 14 years are not in school. UNICEF therefore called for adequate funding of primary education, which will create an enabling environment for increased demand for qualitative education, which is the bedrock of enhanced knowledge, improved behavior, and personal growth of the children. In Nigeria, primary education is officially free and compulsory, but 18 million of the country's children aged between 5 to 14 years are not in school. Only 61% of 6 to 11 years olds regularly attend primary school. Adequate funding of primary education will create an enabling environment for increased demand for qualitative education, which is the bedrock of enhanced knowledge, improved behavior, and personal growth of the children. UNICEF urged broadcasters to open airwaves to the children for this year's celebration and throughout the year, and also to produce documentaries that highlight the plight of children in Nigeria. Ogun to sanction principals who inflate WAEC fees. The Ogun state government has vowed to sanction any principal who collects extra fees above the approved 19,500 naira for secondary school students applying for the West African Examination Council WAEC exams. The state government said the decision to again outlaw any form of extortion was part of the ongoing reform agenda of the government to improve quality education without imposing any hardship on the parents. The chairman Ogun State Teaching Service Commissions, Evangelist Olalekan Ifede, made this known to journalists at a backdrop of allegations and protests by some secondary school students that a principal was collecting extra charges from the pupils. The chairman said no student should pay more than 19,500 for the May-June 2023 West African Secondary School Certificate examination. He said the government would not tolerate extra charges from any principal apart from the approved by the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. He also solicited the support of the principals for the administration of Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, who he said is wholeheartedly committed to the welfare of teachers and the citizens. The students of Olorunkole Grammar School, Kajola, Owede Obafemi local government area had alleged that the principal of the school collected the sum of 29,000 naira from them as WAEC fees, contrary to government approval of 19,500 naira. Bauchi government trains 370 enumerators for school census. The Bauchi state government, through the State Ministry of Education on Saturday, commenced a two-day training for 370 enumerators to be deployed in conducting the state annual school census. The census, according to the State Commissioner for Education, Dr. Jamila Dahiru, who addressed the enumerators, was meant to help the government know the actual numbers of schools, students, and pupils of both the integrated Quranic and public school as well as existing facilities. This, Dahiru said, would adequately equip the state government with the necessary data needed for proper planning. Without correct data, we won't have something to work on. We are hoping that using our annual school census for this year, we will be able to come up with projects and planning for anything that we want to do in the next few years, Dahiru said. While congratulating the enumerators for being selected to participate in the exercise, the commissioner told them that the exercise was very crucial and as such they should effectively and accurately carry out the exercise. Dahiru informed the enumerators that the school census will commence on Monday, 6th March and last for 10 days and urged them not to leave any school behind. According to the commissioner, the school census was imperative for the state government to know the number of out-of-school children in the state. She added that the current statistics, which claim the state has a higher number of out-of-school children in the country, are not correct. She therefore appealed to the enumerators to go out as the state ambassadors to get true data capable of helping the state government and other stakeholders improve the state's educational sector. University of Abuja student to represent Nigeria at the Grand Prize for Peace in Africa. Three students of the University of Abuja have been selected to represent Nigeria at the Grand Prize for Peace in Africa project in Kigali, Rwanda. The event, which is organized by the Pan-African Organization for Peace and Conflict Resolution, in conjunction with the University of Abuja, aims to promote peace and conflict resolution across the African continent. The students, Bello Safina Salisu, a 300-level student of the Department of Political Science, Kure Sumail Abdelkader, a 300-level student of the Department of English, and Mr. Prince Ezebata Chibuzo were chosen from a pool of talented and dedicated young leaders who applied for the opportunity to represent their country at the project. The inauguration ceremony, which took place at the main campus, University of Abuja, was attended by notable personalities, including the Vice Chancellor of the university, who was represented by Professor Ubong Basse, Dr. Abdullahi, a conflict resolution expert and ambassador for peace in the Pan-African Organization, Mr. Yusuf Idris, and Dr. Gloria from the Center for Gender and Security Studies. NUC board tax four heads of inter-university centers on revival. The Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Professor Abubakar Adamu Rashid, has called on the directors of the four inter-university centers, the IUCS, in the country to work assiduously to revive the centers in order to meet up with the challenges of the 21st century. Rashid, while speaking at the meeting with the directors and chairman of the board at the ICUs in Abuja, expressed dismay that none of the centers had achieved half of what it should have recorded in terms of giant strides. He noted that some of the challenges impeding the development of the agencies could be associated with the inconsistency of government policies, insisting that the centers must actualize the purpose for which they were created in the first place. The four inter-university centers are the National Mathematical Center, Sheda, Abuja; National Institute of Nigerian Languages, NINLAN; Nigerian Arabic Language Village, NALV; and Nigerian French Language Village, NFLV, Badagry. He revealed that the NUC had started the journey towards reviving the center with the appointment of highly qualified academics who had distinguished themselves to chair the boards of the centers, as well as the engagement of qualified academics to manage the day-to-day affairs of the centers. Rashid observed that the centers had been underutilized as it appeared that they did not focus on the goals and rationale behind their establishment, urging them to redefine exactly what the centers ought to be, their focus, as well as vision and mission through the amendment of the laws to enable them perform optimally. And the last news for today says British Polytechnic takes off in Ondo. Following the approval of the Federal Ministry of Education through the National Board for Technical Education in Nigeria, the British Transatlantic Polytechnic has been established in Akure, the Ondo State capital. The Polytechnic's Corporate Communication Office, which disclosed this in a statement, said the Polytechnic will take off with courses that are in high demand in the labor market, giving the students the tools they need to be more employable at local, national, and international levels. The Polytechnic Registrar, Julius Ayodele, said the courses are carefully designed to meet modern-day demands in the industry with the aim of making students to be highly sought after. Ayodele said the curriculum is redesigned to tackle the higher technical skills shortage that Nigeria graduates are facing, supporting a much-needed growth in productivity, particularly in IT, engineering, and digital industries. He said with the state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, the Polytechnic is focusing on the development of skills needed to support industrialization, economic growth, and long-term prosperity across Nigeria. The registrar explained that the Polytechnic has industry-standard facilities and partnerships to increase education and employment opportunities across IT, business, engineering, and digital industries. He said British Poly is currently admitting students for National Diploma in Accountancy with Digital and Cloud Accounting, Computer Science with Digital Media, computer engineering with software systems, electrical and electronic with mobile and telecommunication engineering, and statistics with data sciences. And that is all on today's episode of Education Telescope on Leadership TV. Thank you for staying tuned and thank you for watching. I am your host, Mariam Rabiu. See you same time, same day next week. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.